Hey everyone, so in this video I want to talk a little bit about a topic that's really close to my own heart, which is your self-care routine doing you more harm than good? Now there's countless videos, posts, influencers talking about their daily self-care routines, be it cold showers, resistance training, dynamic breathwork practices like the Wim Hof method, or even doing these therapeutic explorations of inner child work, shadow work. And while all these practices and modalities can be really helpful in helping us heal and become more resilient humans, if our system, if our body, our nervous system is already in a state of heightened stress, is already frazzled or burnt out, adding these quite dynamic, quite stimulating practices can actually make things a lot worse. So in this video, I want to talk about how to recognize if your system is already in a state of chronic stress, and then give you some ideas about what you can do instead to help your body finally come back into a place of balance and health. So how do we go about recognizing if our system is in a state of heightened stress? Well, there's some common signs and symptoms. Firstly, your immune system is down. You might constantly be catching colds. You can't quite recover fully. Sleep is another powerful indicator. If you're struggling to get to sleep, if you're wired at night, if you're waking up feeling exhausted, another sign that your system is in a state of stress. Inflammation in the body. If you're getting inflammation in the gut, if you're having skin issues, eczema, psoriasis, or any other heat or inflammatory based conditions in your body, that's a sign the system is burnt out. And then just some common symptoms of feeling constantly on edge. Maybe there's an underlying anxiety throughout your day. Maybe you're feeling very fatigued, in a state of chronic fatigue, or feeling quite depressed. Then these are all big indicators and big signs that your nervous system is already overstressed, your adrenal glands are already working on overtime, and that these more stimulating self-care practices will actually cause more stress than benefits. So if you have some of these symptoms, you know that your nervous system is slightly overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you feel frazzled, then we want to switch from stressing the system to build resilience to soothing the system, because we need some regulation on board first. We need some level of vitality. We need our life force to be higher before we start engaging in these more stimulating practices. So what can you do instead? Well, firstly, with regards to breath work, we can do some soothing breathwork practices. The 4-7-8 practice by Dr. Wheel is a really powerful way to bring us into a state of parasympathetic nervous system instead of these more active breathwork practices like Wim Hof, conscious connected breathwork. Although great, very stimulating, we want to edge towards more parasympathetic inducing breathwork practices. So 4-7-8 is great. You can do double the exhale, which is really simple. If you're inhaling for 3 using the diaphragm, we exhale for 6. And just doing 5 to 10 minutes of that a day can really bring you out of that sympathetic nervous system and into a more parasympathetic regulated space. We also have practices like Yoga Nidra. There's plenty of guided Yoga Nidras online, on YouTube, on Insight app that you can follow along with, and it really takes you into a deep state of relaxation, restoration. It gets the brain waves out of this high beta brainwave state into a more alpha theta brainwave state that helps our body restore and recover. Mindful walks in nature, but slow. You're not trying to get anywhere fast, because as you're walking fast, you're stimulating that sympathetic nervous system. You want to be walking in a way that keeps your body in a really calm, relaxed state where you could hold a conversation with another person. The heart rate doesn't want to be elevating too high. Your mouth doesn't want to be going dry. These are all signs that you're pushing into that sympathetic nervous system too much. So we want to make sure that that walk is really soothing, really calming for your system. Magnesium baths, these are really powerful. So magnesium helps the nervous system relax. So setting up a nice warm bath with some magnesium flakes in, putting a candle on, and then using some high quality essential oils, which are incredibly powerful at soothing and balancing the nervous system. Things like clary sage, sandalwood, cedarwood, ylang ylang, These are all some really good quality essential oils that can help your nervous system come down a level. So there's plenty to be found online, but make sure you buy high quality oils that are organic to get the most benefits. And then even simple practices like while you're watching the TV, just to have a weighted blanket on you, maybe holding a nice cup of herbal tea instead of coffee. Again, coffee is very stimulating. A nice relaxing herbal tea, weighted blanket on can really help the nervous system fully relax. So I would really consider, if you're feeling frazzled and that these practices that you're trying, whether it's cold showers and exercise practices, if they're making you feel worse, then they're probably the wrong solution for you at the moment. Instead, move from these stimulating practices to more soothing practices. And that way you give your body the opportunity to restore some vitality, bring the nervous system down a notch back into a more regulated state. And then when you've got that level of health and vitality back, go ahead and do these practices, these deep therapeutic practices of conscious connected breath work or inner child work or shadow work or cold showers. These are all great, but not until you're in a good state of health initially. So I hope that helps, and any questions, drop them below. Catch up soon.